right, so we're gonna make the pizza dough for Chicago style deep dish. So melted half a stick of butter in the microwave, 30 seconds. We have to get this down to 90 degrees. Okay, so and it's 1.5 cups of water that we're gonna make the dough with. So I just have my thermometer in there, and I have hot water and cold water. So it's already at 90, but we need more liquid. So where's 1.5 cups there? 1.5 is that. 1. Okay. That is. You need a little more than 1.5 because the butter took up some room. Okay. They added too much hot water, but anyway, it's gonna be, that's about fine. That's not too hot to kill the yeast. Okay, so this is really, really simple. 2 1/4 teaspoons of active yeast. Okay. 1 teaspoon of salt. That's up to you. You could add a little more if you like. I use salted butter, so that's all I'm gonna do. And then we're gonna mix this up. Okay, where's my kneading thing? Okay, and we're gonna slowly add the water. You go from the top. Of course, doorbell's ringing. Neighbor kids want to play. But you know what? This is gonna take just a few minutes. We're gonna make the dough. And then let it rise for an hour. And you don't have to wait on this one. We are now gonna go ahead and put 4 cups of all-purpose flour. If you guys like cornmeal, the texture of cornmeal, do 3.5 cups of flour and 1/2 cup of cornmeal. We don't like cornmeal in this family as much. Okay, slow first. Get closer. So it's gonna pull apart from the sides, and then you'll know that's pretty much done. A little more liquid here, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little more flour. So 4 to 4.5, just look at the texture. It should pull away, and it has. We're making pizza crust, honey. Okay, come this way. I can cut it later if it's not a big deal. All right, so now we have nice sticky dough, but doesn't stick to your hands. That's the texture that you want. You can always add a little more flour as well onto the mat. Okay, so you see how the bottom, it never gets kneaded with the rest. Okay, so now just do it by hand. I'm not a pizza maker, so nothing fancy. Nothing I make should be too hard for anybody. Nothing I make takes too long. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little olive oil. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm not a baker. So if you're a baker and you're watching me, you're probably like, what is she doing? I'm just a cook who is wanting to cook homemade stuff for my kids, things that normally cost so much money that I don't want to spend because the kids eat so much. Look at that, it's beautiful, right? So this can be divided into two. It actually does make 2 pizzas. Okay, so I'll cut that out. So yeah, so it makes 2. So we're gonna go ahead and cut it into 2. Okay, make into a ball, 2 balls. And we're gonna put, I have 2 bowls here. We're gonna let it rise. Okay, and then let me lift that. Okay. And then we'll put the other one back into the mixing bowl. Okay, see that? We have 2. Just keep it going. Gonna put a clean rag over both. And this one does not need to be in a warm area. Just let it sit. Set your clock for an hour, and then we will have dough to make pizza. All right, so there's really no recipe for this. It's if you cook at home, you probably can make it just as good or better. So olive oil, I just put a lot in the pan. I like to use this as a base. It gives a lot of extra flavor, and this is Costco. You don't need this, but it does definitely add to the flavor. Always better to fry this a little bit first, just to get all the flavors out. The garlic and all that kind of frying. Then Kurt asked me to go ahead and use the rest of this. This is what we had from pasta the other night from Costco. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in just to get rid of it. Now, if you were to go buy pizza sauce, if you see it at Vaughn's, it's a little jar, maybe about yay size for $7. You're gonna need way more than that for a Chicago style. So, you may as well make it yourself. The difference between a pizza sauce and a pasta sauce is you reduce it so it's a lot thicker so that you don't make the dough all soggy. Now, this is optional. It's a little bit of stewed tomatoes. It has a lot of good flavors. Chicago style has that. So that's a chunky portion. And then this right here, I use for many things. So this helps thicken it a little bit too, besides letting it reduce. So I'm gonna go ahead and use all of this, and then I can get a new can. It's like $1. That's about it. Let's go ahead and use all of it. We're gonna bring it to a boil. The pasta is kind of boiling now. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of sugar. I just like my pizza sauce a little sweet. Some ingredients I like to use: mozzarella cheese, rustic cut. This was from Vaughn's. I went ahead and bought some more from Costco. And then this is Costco's sweet sausage. Comes in a big 4-pack. Honestly, if you guys want to split some with me, I would be more than happy, because it does take me a while to use all of it. Sometimes I use it for pasta. So the sweet Italian sausage from Costco. We do need to cook. I like to make it with pepperoni and sausage, my Chicago style. You do need to cook this first because the pizza itself is really only 25 minutes. So remove the casing. This sausage is amazing at Costco. I think it's made by real Italian folks. Okay, so let me put that here. A few more. And pepperoni, and I just used the Hormel. Not too many choices there. If you can find some better at some smaller stores, that's great, but you know, I like to cook. I'm cooking with stuff that I know we can all find easily. All right, been an hour. Beautiful. 2 fully risen dough. Okay, we'll just put 1 in each pan. I got a non-stick deep dish pan, so you don't really need to oil it or anything. Okay. Everything I do, like I said, is gonna be easy. Okay, so just slowly stretch it out, and then you're gonna have to make sure you have enough to go up. Okay, see right here? Don't worry about it, just cover it up. It's a little, sometimes you rub it too hard and it breaks. I just really literally get a piece of dough from the other side. It's all gonna be inside. Don't worry about it. Better than whatever pre-made stuff you get from the store with preservatives, right? So, okay. And you'll feel the chunky, like the part where there's a lot of dough. So just, you know, kind of gently move it up. It'll be your crust. Chicago style is thick. And it has, you can hold on to it. Most people actually don't even eat it by picking it up because there's so much stuff in there. They use a fork and knife. Okay, so basically, here we go. That looks pretty good. So you don't have to go all the way up. That's really pretty good. What I've been making, that's enough of an edge for the pizza. Okay, there we go. So, with Chicago style, it's basically backwards. There is a sausage that we made earlier. You put your ingredients in first. First of all, I forgot to say, you know what, turn the sauce off, so let it cool. If you can make it overnight, that's gonna be even better. So, and then chill it. So here's the sausage. Enough. Break it up. Okay. This was on sale. Pepperoni, signature pepperoni. I make 1 cheese and 1 pepperoni. I still have those kids who, 2 kids who likes just cheese. Although they're slowly now wanting to add pepperoni into their diet. Not too healthy, but it tastes good. For me, I just want my kids to eat. If you see them, you'll know they're pretty healthy. They're fine. And then they eat vegetables when I sneak them in. Like sometimes if I had mushrooms, I would just chop it up and sneak in some mushrooms. And on this pizza, they honestly probably wouldn't even know. Lots of cheese. I got the rustic, but I also got some regular mozzarella from Costco. Okay, so that, and then the sauce goes on top, so we can ladle in some sauce. Thick part. It's almost like a lasagna, but it's a pizza. I mean, if you really wanted to have it look better, maybe you can do that. I really don't often. I just like it rustic. Whatever is easy, because the goal is everybody wants to eat as quickly as possible. I already preheated my oven to 425. We tried 450, but Kurt thought it was a little too dark on the crust. Okay, and the last thing is to make it really pretty on top, and it looks good too when it's cooked. It's some Parmesan. So just, again, see, look, my bargain brain. We do not spend a lot of money because we can make food good. That's one. And then we do the same for the other one and put it in the oven for 25 minutes. You can put me in there. All right, look at this. All done. Beautiful. Here's a look at this. It's amazing. This one's the one with sausage, I can tell, because it's a lot thicker. This one is just cheese. Okay. Oopsie. Let's cut. Can you okay. All right. So I have a pizza peel like this. Let's look how thick it is. Okay. Oh boy. How am I gonna do this? How did I do it last time? I don't remember. Okay, there we go. Ah, look at that. Oh yes. That's the thickness of it. It's gorgeous. You could use a pizza cutter, or just, honestly, it's so thick, I just use a knife. Look at that. It's just, I think I'm gonna let it cool for a bit, and then I'll take a picture and put it at the end there of the video. All right.